My name is Jacob Odindo. I'm a trainer at Somo, Africa. So today we have a very interesting session with Tonee on everything startup. And I would now give Tonee an opportunity just to tell us about himself and maybe just to start us off. Tonee, back to you.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be here. So my name is Tonee. My friends call me Tonee. I'm 42 years old. My background is international relations and journalism. I finished that degree 20 years ago, or those degrees 20 years ago. There were two of them. And then I never went for my degrees. I just moved out of the university system into self-employment. My first business was trying to build websites, and I did a few businesses in between. And then somewhere there, I started a small ICT company that became an incubator. You might know of it. It's called the NILab. Founded that in 2009 and did that until 2011, 12, probably January 2012. And then took a little bit of a break. And towards the end of 2012, founded Kytabu, which is an edtech company that I've been running for 10 years in different positions. And then as recently as last year, I started a new company. It's a fintech company called Tribe. It's a peer-to-peer marketplace for credit. And apart from that, there's a lot of other things I've done in the middle, including working for Greenpeace, doing some stuff with different organizations and companies, helping people found companies, build them, pitch them, raise capital for them, and supported good programs for young people, programs for women, programs for people who are from Africa or who are Black. And that's the beginning of my life. I feel like there's a whole life coming after this. But in the meantime, that's just a place to start.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tonee. Now, we'll just move to our next question. And so this entails the key considerations that somebody would really factor in when initiating a startup. What are actually the key considerations to factor in when initiating a startup? Tonee.
There are a couple of things to check out. I think the most important things to make sure you do is understand the problem that you are trying to solve and understand the people you're trying to solve the problem for. If you can do those things, what is the thing you are trying to solve? Shida ni nini? What's the problem? If you can figure out what the problem is in clarity, don't assume what the problem is. Ask people, what is the challenge they're facing? The best part, actually, sometimes when you're starting a company is to solve a problem you have. Saying that, it's truly, this is the issue that people are facing. This is how I can be able to help. And I think that's really necessary. So having that, it's important to make sure, especially, I think, for a person who wants to run a small business, that the things that you're going to bring into the business or the things that you're going to create in a startup are available to you. It's one thing to identify a problem, and then it's something else to assume that you can be able to solve that problem. But you have to have the skill set, you have to have the ability, you have to know how to make it work. So it's important. It's really, really important to be able to understand the problem and know how you genuinely solve that problem. I think those are the two main things when you're starting a company.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tonee. You've talked of having the right skill sets. Now, what factors should one really check into when acquiring the skill sets? What are the major skill sets that an entrepreneur would really want to start out, would really look into as very important, now that you've brought the aspect of the skill sets?
There's a few things you must do when you're trying to learn something, especially something new. There's two ways to get skills. The first way to get skills is to intern or work under somebody who has those skills. And the second way is to read them, learn them through reading. I think books are really important when somebody's trying to learn something new. I always encourage entrepreneurs, if you're going to start a business, always make sure you've got two things, and these two things really matter. The first one is a pen and paper, so a pen and a book. So just, so you take notes and keep writing the things that are coming through your mind. But the second one is a book in hand. Always have something that you're reading, learning from. There's so many books, both foreign and local, that can help you understand whether it is how to save, how to invest, how to raise capital, how to build a product, how to market a product. Just look around, see what's there. I think the real opportunity for most people is that not everyone's going to take a lot of time trying to learn how things are done. People, they'll try kuruti this thing. They'll try and force things into play. No, but then if you have the information and you understand how the process works, you understand that this takes time and consistency. And so to be consistent and to be timely in the things that you are doing, you need to learn and you need to read from people who have the skill and who have the experience. And it'll give you the patience you need to make it work. We've been doing Kytabu for 10 years, a lot of patience, a lot of skill. And despite all the challenges, we're still here, which means that the opportunity for us to succeed is higher than a company that is not. So it's always a matter of being consistent and staying your play. And so having notes that you write, a pen and a paper, and having a book that you read to create that skill, imagine that is really all you need. And the book can be replaced by a podcast. It can be replaced by YouTube videos like this one someone is doing. It can be replaced by conversations with mentors. The point is a place where you can access information. Super important. If you have that, you should be fine.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tonee, for such an insightful contribution towards that point.